Alright guys, here I've done here. We're taking a look at some of the new Crown Store items coming up on the PTS. And yes, I'm getting late on this as well as everyone else is currently coming on to the server here that's been looking at crates and all this other good stuff here. It's assuming. But we'll take a look. So this is a new Festival of Life. We'll take that. Take one of those. And then we got 400 of these we can buy. Now, these are currently very controversial. We'll take a look at some of the stuff here first, though. So, superior rewards, Clever Man's Wizard Hats, Circuits, Battle Mage stuff, Daedric Stamp, Evening Dresses. So, like a bunch of stuff that you may not have bought before. Sturmatronach Aura. Epic Rewards. Now, this is a new one here that's not available in the standard. This one looks like a dodo. So it's a mix of stuff that's unique and stuff that's old as well. And stripes. Let's see. I don't even see what that does. Well. Stormglobe Juggling. Antler Skulls. Whole bunch of mounts. So you want a Lion, Black Dog, Cloud Sinich, Cub, Dwarf Style Ad, Frostmare, Gap Goggles. Soul-Shriven Horse, Nixed, Red Pit Wolf, Netch, Sturmatronach Transformation, and then Apex Rewards. So you only have these. So you have 400, 100, 40, 16. And all these come from buying these Sturmatronach crates, which are going to be 400 crowns apiece. Now, typically we go by the method of... Well, the traditional method to go by crowns is a dollar equals 100 crowns. But because we've had so many sales, it's a little bit more like 50 equals a dollar. So, in all, these would be... Let's see if I can do the math. 50 divided into that... Or, sorry, yeah, $2 per... No, sorry, I was wrong on that. I was about to say, that's way too low. I meant to say is... A dollar equals 100 crowns is the traditional, but because we had so many sales, it's 200 crowns equals about a dollar. So each Sturmatronach crate here is about $2 in game to buy it. And from what I understand, if depending on what you get in here, if you get repeats, they trade in for crowns depending on if you already have it or not, and if the reward is about a third of what the reward is here. So we're gonna buy a whole bunch of these here. And we went ahead and bought more crowns. Or went to the site there for buying more crowns here. Let's see here. Where is it? Where did they end up? I hope they all end up on my mail, because I have no room. Consider this is a new character. Okay, I don't have any more room here, so we'll have to take a look at that. Let me fix some stuff up here on this character. Again, this is all on the PTS right now, so a lot of stuff isn't set up properly. They're next to the Crown Store UI. Okay, thank you for the information. Okay, sorry about that. Let's skip ourselves back up. They're next to the Crown Store in the UI. Inventory. Ah, okay. So they're up in here now. If I understand you correctly. They're not items, they're... Okay. Apologize. UI, yep, collectibles. I'm missing it, and everyone's looking. Look at the very top. Crown Store crates. Crown Store. Purchased. Next to champ. Ah, crown crates.
Pakruti is pleased to see you.
Okay, so this is explaining it. Entirely new item store on me. Everyone in chat is yelling at me because I don't have... I've read up on crown crates. I've read a lot of opinions on this. I have not actually opened these up myself. Which is why I've been waiting to get my opinion on a lot of this here. So select crown store crate if you wish to be open. If you do not have any, you have to purchase crown store crates from the crown store. Okay, crown gems. A couple of rewards you already own. You're rewarded by crown store gems in this place. Cannot be used in place of specific crown store crate. Crown store gems. As the seasons change, new crown crates, which are different rewards, will be available. Okay.
Sparkly gems can be traded for special rewards in the gem store.
Boy. I really dislike this, to be honest. Potion.
Another go-round, my friend?
Mm-hmm.
Pakruti has never seen such a magnificent display of good fortune.
Really disliking this character. It just... Something about this just screams like, you have to buy more. You have to buy more. I mean, it's nice and flashy.
Shall we try again?
So I don't get an option. Okay, we just got this as a new one. We don't have it. So we just get it automatically, but we can't trade it in unless we can come back to it. Or unless we get another one.
Are you ready to review your rewards?
Shadow striping.
Once more, my good friend? Bright moons, a bonus reward.
Crown Store gems. Soul gem. Plain armor.
This one is impressed.
Stormatronaut camel.
Will you try again? This could be your lucky day. An exquisite selection. Sparkling.
So we already have it, so we get 5 crowns back, or 5 gems back on this. Two.
Pakruti admires.
Wait, we already have an evening dress, so why are we not getting... Why are we not getting crowns back on this? Because we already got it once? No, that's a bug, I guess. This is PTS, so something, I guess, can happen like this. But look, I already have the crown evening dress. It correctly give me back or gems back on this. But I already have an evening dress. We already established that. It's not giving me a reward for the second one to get me.
Choose a reward. My compliments. Uninspired, but admirable.
Lessons.
This one invites you to try again.
Yep.
Are you ready to review your rewards?
We already had it, so we get 5 more.
Sparkly gems. Very nice.
So promotion Elder Scrolls card game that came out.
Rewards, my friend.
It does tie in, I guess, but
Most fragrant.
Go to Aguar.
Tenacity is impressive.
So far I've gotten 2 mounts out of... No, 3 mounts out of this. One of them is a Atronach one.
This one wishes you great luck. Make a selection to reveal the rewards. A lovely
We already had it,
prize.
so we got to
Time
use
for
another
a
one.
repeat performance. Choose a reward. You've done well. Time for a repeat performance. Joe, a bonus reward.
Yep.
Right move.
We already had it, so we get 13 back on that one.
Perseverance is a virtue, my friend. Choose a reward.
Again, another evening dress. We did get a reward back for the other one.
Be sad, my friend. There are always additional crates available for purchase. There are many spectacular rewards that are... Goodbye, my friend.
Okay, so we got a good amount of items from that. However, from that, since we only had so many, we got 33 crown gems left. So we can't even buy the next tier up. Okay, you're hearing from people in chat. Open 15, not even 1 mount. RNG is a bitch. Yes. But it's well for me while we're on the PTS. I don't know. So, what do I think of this? Let's just go ahead and hopefully my wife won't get pissed off of me and just be perfectly clear. How you doing? All right, so the crown gems or crown crate gems here. Let me turn off the tracking here for a minute. Thank you. There's a lot in here that screams to me what a lot of other games and other free-to-play games have made wrong in their games. They come in, they're like, come in, buy these RNG crates. Yes, it's good, it's good. You can buy more, and they just keep on driving you on and on and on and on. It's unfortunately what I felt like in Guild Wars 2. It's one of the things I really disliked. In addition to that, this is only available through money. It's, like I said, we did the calculation before. Each Crown Store crate is going to be about $2. We did about 13 there, so that's going to be $26 to get that Atronach, that Storm Atronach mount there. Not incredibly bad, considering like the other people were being like having to pay like 40K for a mount, and we got all those other items with it too. But you know, there's some issues that the rewards were so-so, and I felt like the trade-in for the crown gems was very low. And I've been reading stuff on the forums there, trying to get with, you know, what people's opinions is. A lot of people hate it simply because it's something that ZOS is currently doing to get more money with the Crown Store stuff there, and it is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be quite frank, with the RNG of this. What I honestly feel, though, is this doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just implemented in a poor way, because it's the RNG. It has a whole lot of other issues with it as well, and we have no way to get these items unless we buy the crown crates to get them. Like some of these items here, like, you know, the Tribunal armor, the Daedric stamp, you know, the feather cap. We had these in the store before. We could buy these off with our own crowns here, right? But like some of these other ones here, the Apex rewards, we can only get either getting it through the crates or getting it through the gems. So I understand they want to make it unique and interesting. I just feel that they need to make this integrated with the game, because currently this is nice little how do we want to put it? This is a nice little extra to the game here, but it's not anything that's really going to get me to be like, oh, I should get more crown crates. It's not something that I would actually buy, and most of the stuff in here is supposed to be cosmetic and or convenience as well. And most of this is cosmetic, and I don't need to have any of this items here. So why do I want this if I'm trying to do PvP or something else like that? A lot of people aren't going to buy this unless they see a specific item that they want, or they're going to try RNGing it, I guess. Which, if they get the RNG, then they have it. If they don't, they're just going to get pissed off because now they have to get a full 400 crown gems here to get this done. That's not the way I would handle this. I would instead take this a different route. And what I really recommend doing is, if possible, taking this and putting it in the game so you have ways to earn crown gems through the game itself. And one place I can see this can be done very easily is the fact that the dungeon sets are no longer tradable inside of the game, or tradable inside of the game. So what I think needs to happen here is, one, all the rewards here boosted up a good 10 times the amount. So these Apex rewards here are like 4,000 crowns. These legendaries here, 1,000 crowns, 400 crowns, and the superior here, 1,600 crowns. And what reason we're doing that is we'd also be boosting up the rewards from the crates here as well. You know, so instead of that five crowns or something like that, we're getting an extra 50 from that and all that stuff, because we can still buy stuff with those. Now, the stuff that we turn in with those dungeon sets, a crown apiece. And why are we doing that? Well, we want to encourage people to go ahead and trade those in and get the crowns, but not so much to the fact that they're getting like an exorbitant amount that the crown store crates are just worthless in general. If you make it worthless in general, it's not going to be marketable, and therefore the game doesn't get money to do more stuff. Okay, so, you know, basics of trade here. Now, you also have to put a limit on that, too. So, probably about 5 to 10 items a day. Similar as we do a laundering, or similar to as you stealing. We limit how many items you can turn in per day. So, if you look at it this way, if each person could trade in 5 to 10 dungeon sets they just don't use. You know, you can base it on the Undaunted. So, the higher Undaunted you have, you can turn in 5 items base. You can turn in 10 items base if you get your Undaunted up. That would give them about 10 crowns a piece per person. If they don't buy anything but the base game, that would give them about 80 crowns a piece. Getting to that 4K mark is going to be about 50 days to do that. And by then, these are going to go away. Because you're looking at seasons or months or something like that. You know, they're going to rotate what they have in the store. And, you know, you're probably looking at me like, why are you going to be doing that? Wait, I can't get my mount then. Well, if you want to get the mount, you can either A, buy the crates and hopefully get an RNG chance at it. B, keep buying the crates so you can get more crown gems for it as well. Or you can turn in your items that you get from the dungeons and supplement that with additional crown crates so you don't have to buy as many crates. But it kind of gives you that push to want to actually buy them because, like, oh, look, I've got 200 crown store gems here. This is going off tomorrow. I guess I got to get some crown state crates so I can have the chance to get that mount. That's where I would handle instead of taking this and giving a full RNG chance to this and only having it paid per money. That just doesn't mesh well with me. I don't know about you guys. But also the other thing that this gives is you can see the lower tier rewards here. I mean, you have pets down here. You have some cosmetic things here. The auras, the epic rewards, you have more pets. You have a mount that you can get here. And if you're allowing it so that you can get crowns inside of game through, you know, questing, through doing stuff and all that stuff, not crowns, sorry, crown store gems, that ties it to something different than the crowns here, right? The crowns here are actual money that you pay in here. The crown gems are RNG stuff here, but again, you can tie that in so easily into the game so you can get a small bit of those crowns, and then if you want more, guess what? You gotta turn it into the crates and get it. That's the way I would handle it. I would not handle it this way because it just feels so sleazy. I don't know. But hey, that's my opinion, guys. I'm sorry to get serious with you for a little bit there, but meow, meow, meow. Back to the kitty. Yay! So that's the Crown Store crates. I don't know. You can put some comments down below if you feel it's bad or good or anything like that. Now, let's just be clear on another thing as well. A lot of people are saying, like, cash grab, it's going to change the game. People are upset about it, but honestly, they said the same thing when they were reducing the Crown Store. Honestly, most of the people don't buy stuff in the Crown Store to totally own up on the game. It's only cosmetic stuff with some convenience items on top of it. Most of the stuff that's like the superior rewards down here. I mean, it's not like we're getting the stuff like with not getting like poisons or any of the other stuff there, right? And just as like, again, like the utility stuff, like the bundles, the food, and all that stuff, you can all make better stuff in game. The only thing that really helps is the experience point scrolls for your new character. So where are you going to sell dungeon items to get gems? That if they instituted that model, I think that would be a lot better. Again, this is only a suggestion on what I think that model should be. But I would imagine you just go to the Undaunted place and be like, look, I got extra dungeon sets here. I got a prosperous in this. I got a training in this. I'm not going to use. You trade it in for a gem, and you run enough dungeons in a day. You know, you're going to get an item per boss, so that's a gem per boss. You're going to have to get 10 items total for that character. If you want to turn in everything for that day on all your characters that are all up Undaunted 10, then that's going to have to be 80 items across that. That's a lot of dungeons per day to do that. But still, you give them just a small portion of crowns, and now they feel invested to actually keep on going in and putting in more crowns to get more stuff. And again, it's like you have to turn it in every day. It'd be like writs. Like, not everyone does writs, but it's a way to get people involved in the game and be like, well, I got to do some more dailies, I got to do some more dungeons because I want to get that mount by the end of the month, and I only got so much money to put into crown crates. You know, otherwise you're gonna have to hope for the RNG chance, because this 400 crown store gems is a lot of crowns to do with that. And yeah, it's a lot. And yeah, it's meant to be, you know, that would be a lot of turn-ins for for gems. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's a way to get people in. And again, the reason I'm also recommending, if we do implement that, upping the cost here is because currently, if you got a gem per item from dungeons and you could still turn in 10 per day, that kind of destroys the economy of this, because I wouldn't even want to get more crates, because I'd be like, okay, 400 gems for a new mount. Well, I could turn in 10 per day across 8 characters for a total of 80 crown store gems into 400. That's 5 days until I can get that mount. That's doable. That's easy. You know, and then you don't even buy the crown store crates for that. That defeats the purpose of the crates, which is, again, to build money and revenue up so they can do more awesome things inside the game. Don't get me wrong. There's reasons that they do things like this, and there's reasons they sell things that are cosmetic, because they want to have you buy into it so they can invest more money into the game, so they can make more awesome stuff, put more awesome content into it. That's not an issue for me. I mean, I do ESO Plus because I invest into the game a bit, right? But the crates in general, to me, just feel like they are a little bit misthought in the economy of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, the only way that you're getting these crates is buying them for about $2 a pop, and the microtransaction of it just seems kind of sleazy in a general term to it. I mean, compare it to SWTOR, compare it to Neverwinter. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank to get some other examples here of some games that have gone free to play. EverQuest in certain cases there. Like, a lot of the stuff is just kind of the same way on this, unfortunately. Guild Wars 2 also comes to mind in this. And again, that's kind of an issue. And then the other thing, of course, is the merchant here.
This one welcomes you back. Pakruti can see a lucky aura around you today.
Yes.
He is sure you will get something good. And all you need is a crate. You can purchase one from the store, and then we can begin. Farewell.
Yeah, that just seems way too sleazy to me. Like, I would really recommend toning down that NPC. Because that just... That I understand colorful characters. I am happy to have somebody that's into it. But, like, why can't I get that character inside of the game, encouraging me to do stuff, versus when I'm trying to spend money, now they're just happy to talk to me. That just doesn't feel right. Like, there's no character that I can think of that talks to me so directly and so, like, you should buy this, you should do this. There's no one who really, like, urges me to do something that much. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. Alright, sorry about that. Now, other Crown Store items. We've gone on enough about Crown Store crates, I know. The reason we're kind of going over that is because that was the flavor of the new DLC, the new patch here, which we're getting ready for the new patch coming up here. Also to mention, we also have the... I think it's already out there, but you should have already seen it. But the combined DLCs here, which is on the live already. But the only reason I'm mentioning is because I never really talked about it. Dark Brotherhood, Imperial City, Orsinium, and Thieves Guild, not Shadows of the Hist. For 500 or 5,500 crowns, I do recommend getting it because you're getting Imperial City and Orsinium, which are two major ones. I love the Dark Brotherhood. Thieves Guild, the weakest of the four, but I mean, you get an interesting story to go over and some more skill points to go with that. I would recommend that if you're not buying Plus and you're doing stuff a la carte, to go ahead and get that. Now let's see, upgrades. Nothing new here. Cure vampirism, bundles, supplies. Nothing new here, really. A few newer dormants that are coming up here. Personalities, yep. Markings, all that good stuff. Now, I will say that there is a few things coming up here that I will show in a minute here, just as soon as I take a look through here. Alright, we'll take a look at the new Festival of Life here in a minute. Now, there's a few items here that we noticed that came in our bundles. I don't know if these are going to be in the future in the Crown Store, but kind of interesting, to say the least here. Swearing Neverwinter AD Exchange has gone up to 300s because of the mod 10. Okay. Now, Crown Crate experience points, these are 50% for 30 minutes. Not quite as good as the regular ones, because I think the regular ones are like 2 hours or so. We got these inside of the some of the crates here, I think, as well. Warrior's Elixir, Stamina, Endurance, Brutality, and Savagery. Not much different than a standard weapon pot. Spellcasters, Crown Survivors, Health, Invisibility, and Unstoppable. Invisibility, Restoration, try. Lethal Poisons, nothing new there. Stamina, yeah. And Refreshing Drink, okay. Now, a few other items here that came on, though, is the Grand Crown Trait Experience Scroll, which we didn't get in the current one here, but this gives 150% experience points from all sources for 30 minutes. The timer pauses when you are offline and resumes when you come back on. Bound. Major gives 100% experience points for all your sources for 30 minutes. Time passes when you're offline and resumes when you return. I guess this is going to be good, but I can see this going... I could see these items here may not be as useful as some of these other items here, because if you already got yourself up high, you may not use them. The 50% isn't that much different than what it was, but I'm just trying to think. Like, an Ambrosia would last about 30 minutes and give you about 100%. No. Ambrosia would last about 2 hours and give you 50%. This one lasts 30 minutes and gives you 150%. Is it good or bad? I'm not quite sure yet. It would definitely help you if you're trying to burst up your quest. Like, if you got a bunch of quests all at once and you're just going to turn them in all at once, this you like pop the Grand Crown right before you do it. That would be head and shoulders above some of the Ambrosia stuff. But I kind of wonder if the two would stack. Okay, so we made an Ambrosia. You're going to pop it real quick. Great experience. 50% boost for 30 minutes. So not even 2 hours. Damn. But, oh yeah, that's why it's 2 hours. Because if we have full upgrades on our Ambrosia, you can do, with one perfect row, you can get 4 Ambrosias. So 4 on top of that, 2 hours. That's why I was thinking 2 hours on that. So now, let's say we've popped this 150% experience. Nope, it won't even let us. It's like, no, you've already got an experience thing here. You can't stack them. I actually did that right. Thought somebody said you could just click on the thing here and it could get rid of it, but nope. So that's something as well to keep in mind. If you use Ambrosia, you can't get rid of the Ambrosia enchantment. It seems like I can't click it off. Like normally when I do that, right? If I just go down to this and be like, I want to get rid of this. See, I can get rid of that. But this, I'm control clicking it, not doing anything. So you can't get rid of the experience bonus to this. So you can't put on another scroll on top of it here as well. Well, I know Scroll and Ambrosia never stack flamage, but the problem here is I have a 50% one here. Of course, I wouldn't want it to stack on top of my Ambrosia. But if I have a 100% or 150% one, and I'm turning in a bunch of quests, I want to take off my Ambrosia, and I want to get that 150% during that time. I guess. But I figured I'd try that out just to see. Because you never know when something messes up like that. There's always like those small little things that they never tell you about that you find out later and you're like, oh crap, that's going to be bad. Alright, let's see if there's anything else here I can show off with the Crown Store. I don't think there is, really. Yeah, we already went over that. Crown Store experience. Potions aren't much different than what we usually get. I'm kind of happy they give riding lessons in them. Because I know some people don't have fully trained horses. But they give a very small amount of riding lessons. I'm not sure if I'm happy with that or bad. I also feel that if we raised up the Crown Store rewards here. So if we raised up these Apex rewards and the Superior rewards up by about a 10 times, so 160 and about 4,000 for the top ones here, I feel like that should mean that I should be able to trade in things like the riding lessons if I've already got maximum riding lessons on all my characters. Not everyone has it, but I mean, for somebody like me who has played the game since the start, I already have all my riding lessons. I don't need the potions. I don't need the meals. I craft. I do everything on my own. So, I don't know. I want to trade these in for gems so I can get other stuff. You know, give me a gem per item that I turn in. You know, that to me feels like it would be a little bit better too. Would they do this? Could they do this? Who knows? Most of the times when you talk about to a executive about losing, you know, giving ways that you can possibly quote unquote lose money because they're not buying it through the game, they're actually earning it by playing the game, they might scoff at it. But hopefully my argument's good enough to make people realize that, you know, if you give ways to earn these gems in game and then give ways to buy the, you know, give reasons to buy the crates because you've turned it in and you're just short, that's going to generate so much more money than just like saying to people, oh, you want this Atronach mount? You're going to have to RNG it. That doesn't, that only works for people that are addicts. I play this game every day, and I don't want to buy that many crates. I don't even want to buy one crate. Oh, well, that's my thoughts on it, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. As you can see, the things keep on learning here. We're on the PTS. Hopefully this isn't going to go live. If you have any other opinions, put down in the comments below for YouTube. And also take a look at the forums and put posts up there. If you put stuff on there and post it, if you post it on Reddit, these other places, ZOS does listen. They do take a look when you people complain about things, and they will actually probably adjust things a little bit more if you do it. Anyways, in the meantime, guys. Meow, meow, meow.